What is going on, DGen Nation? Kenny Kim here, bringing you another Fantasy Golf Degenerates podcast. This week for the Ryder Cup, our favorite event. It's one of the best events of the year. It's basically my Super Bowl. And of course, I am here with everybody's favorite South African, Byron Lindeque. Byron, what is up, my friend?
Hello, Kenny. It's good to have you in the same room as me, my garage.
It is. It's nice. It was a nice trip. If you guys didn't know, we were playing a lot of golf this weekend in Iowa. Might have overdone it just a touch. 117 holes in 4 days. Last night, I literally thought I was going to die. Like, I thought death would be better than what I was feeling at that moment in time. But it was a fun trip. We played, seven courses?
7 courses.
Got a lot of golf in, a lot of drinking, a lot of karaoke. It was a fun little trip.
We had a good time. I think that was pretty much, the highlight of the week was the karaokeing.
Okay, are we going to start with the karaoke story then?
Absolutely.
I think that's what we must have to start.
Tone. We got to tell the people what we went through, why the rounds of golf were so horrendous, because not once did I feel physically able to perform at 100% capacity after.
Well, you
Thursday.
sound like shit.
I've lost my voice. I've lost my dignity.
The reason why Byron sounds like shit is because he never stops talking. It's pretty incredible. Okay. It is pretty incredible.
Listen, Kenny is a chatterbox on camera, okay? But when I have to talk all the time because Kenny just chills. He's the most chilled person I've ever met, and as a result, I've now lost my voice. Yeah. But Mike, we had a great time. I lost my voice before karaoke.
You didn't even sing.
I did well.
I sang. Okay, so let's talk about this karaoke thing. So there's this bar. It's literally, if you look, we're at Byron's house right now. We're in his garage. About 2 blocks away is this little dive bar called Board and Batten, owned by this Australian cat. Pool tables, with the quarter slots, like very, very dive bar vibe, which is great. I miss going to dive bars. There's not that many left in the DC area. And so, we go there the first night. We have a good time. Like, I must have had 5, 6, 7 Double Crown Royals. Byron was drinking beer. We were with Sweet Spot DFS. He joined us on this trip as well. Eric Darbo. Had a great time with him. That guy can fucking ball. That golf. Dude is a plus 3.5 handicap. So playing with a guy like that is pretty fun to fucking watch.
With a torn meniscus.
Yeah, but anyways, so we're at this bar. We all get shitty. We're shit faced.
Was this on Thursday?
This is Thursday. Yeah, you weren't there.
Wasn't here
Mike,
yet. Okay.
my producer Jesus, was not there yet. I get the bill, and the bill's $90. Like, the drinks that I had myself in DC would be $145, maybe more than that, $150 just for my drinks alone. The whole bill was $90. It's crazy going to a place like Iowa. Everything's so cheap. It was fabulous. I gave him a $100 tip, and the guy thought I was a fucking god, right? Because honestly, that was still less than what I would spend, at a bar in DC. So we go play Thursday. Thursday we play Legacy. It was fine. We had a good time. Right? It was Legacy, right?
Yeah.
I shot 88. It was a decent round. Went out, got drunk, did our thing Thursday night, and then Friday we play this course Friday morning.
TCI.
Tournament Club of Iowa.
Yep.
Might be the hardest course I've ever played in my life. I broke 90 on 3 courses. I broke 100 on the other 2. I don't think I broke like 120.
It was so hard
on this course.
TCI sounds like a golfing disease after you've played there, because
it was not fun for me.
I told you this on the 9th hole. I was like, I'm doing this for you guys to experience this golf course.
Why? To experience playing like fucking dog shit and hitting every ball into the goddamn fucking trees.
I've had my ass kicked by that course too many times, but we had to do it just so that it could be done. That was before we picked up producer Jesus.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome, Mike.
So no one's really seen Mike. And so Eric, Sweets.dfs, gave him the nickname Producer Jesus. Mike, come here.
This is
So
He's
this is
tucking
our
his hair
producer,
in,
Mike. This is
making
the guy
himself
you
look-
hear on the show on occasion, and he looks like motherfucking Tommy Fleetwood. He needs a goddamn fucking haircut, is what he needs. All right, but he looks like Tommy Fleetwood. Like you can see right here, he's got the hair. It's the pretty hair, the conditioner, all that shit. He's got it going on.
Tommy Fleetwood.
So we're gonna so I really do like the nickname Producer Jesus. So Producer Jesus, say hello. We hear your voice all the time. This is what the fuck he looks like. Producer Jesus, right here.
and he works miracles.
So then we
because
played
behind the scenes it gets nasty.
Waveland
Okay,
Friday afternoon. That course wasn't bad.
so Mike's flight got delayed.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So we had a perfect schedule. Like the one thing I really could do well this week was plan our week out. Like the rounds of golf.
You don't see much of a planner, and I
No.
think you did a solid job.
I outpunted my coverage so hard in that
Yeah.
department, so you guys are welcome in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
department too. But
I was worried about that shit.
yeah, no, it worked
No,
out.
yeah, Byron came through on that.
Worked out perfectly. So then Mike's flight got delayed. Reason being, plane is broken. Don't know how to fix
Byron,
it.
I'm smoking in your garage. I don't know
That's
if I'm
fine.
allowed,
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm
okay.
going to smoke.
So plane's broken. Mike couldn't get here in time, so he was delayed by an hour and a half. I decided I was having such a bad day of golf that I would just let the boys go play 9 holes. I'll wait for Mike and go. Before getting Mike, I just sat in a parking lot and ate a Ben & Jerry's, sadly waiting for this guy's plane to arrive. It was a low point in my life.
Eric and I went and played Waveland the first 9, and I was playing all right. It was much better than playing that fucking TCI course. And then these guys ended up timing out perfectly and met us right on the back,
Met us.
right on 10.
And I get there. We've picked now Mike up after I've wallowed in my self-pity. And we get there, Mike off the plane. We're ready to rock and roll. Kenny hits the shot. For me, this was the shot of the
At the
week.
5 wood.
Of the week for you. We're sitting on this uphill tee box going down the hill on 10 at Waveland, par 3, 190.
I think it was like
playing
205.
200.
Yeah, I think it was like 205 with that.
And Kenny just stands up there and just hits this fucking ropey 5-wood draw. And it just keeps chasing to the flag, lands pin high, 8 feet.
I missed the putt like
Missed
a
the
fucking
putt.
donkey.
Missed the putt. So
Like a motherfucking donkey.
that was easily Kenny's best shot, but they didn't even overreact. Like I said, you guys aren't even celebrating this shit because
I don't celebrate golf shots.
no, not at all. But you should have celebrated that one because it was a peach.
Because the thing about golf is, and the way that I live my life is I try to do, like, whenever I do something, I try and be like the best I possibly can be, right? Whether it comes to work, whether it comes to fucking drinking, playing darts, pool, whatever, right? You know, I'm trying to be like numero uno. That's what something my dad, who wasn't the greatest dad, but he did, you know, sort of instill that in me. If you're a fucking janitor, be the best goddamn fucking janitor that you can be. Well, when it comes to golf, no matter how much I play, I am never going to be in the top 1% or anything like that, right? So I don't necessarily get hype for good golf shots because I don't know. It's just the way it is. It's golf. I suck at it. And so that's why I don't really celebrate, when I hit a decent golf shot. I played decent golf throughout the week. We played 117 holes. I had 30 pars and 1 birdie. My big thing was Friday and the first round Saturday, I think I was trying to overswing. Because playing with Byron and playing with Eric, these guys are hitting at 320, 330 off the tee, right? Just mammoth. Like, I'm a 250, 260 guy, right? And so maybe I think in my head I was swinging a little bit harder, and those 3 rounds were just really bad on Friday and Saturday morning. But anyways, Friday we play Waveland, we meet up, and then I think we go out to eat before, right? We went to some place, had a nice little lunch outside.
Yeah, Rookies.
A nice little brewery. It was a nice brewery.
Bar and grill. The brewery was for lunch
Yeah.
the second day.
And then we went somewhere afterwards. We went to watch the football. We did something. I don't know.
That was on Friday. We went to go watch the football game, the Iowa.
Well, yeah, we saw an Iowa football game. We had the
I had a
Reuben
Reuben
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole bunch of drinks there. I don't start drinking until the second 18 on the day. Because, the thing about me is, when I drink a lot. These guys, Byron is cracking shit at like 8:30 in the goddamn morning.
I had to because I was so broken that if I didn't start drinking, I would have just died. I just needed to like recalibrate the system, get it back to feeling normal, aka blitzed, and just off we went. So zing-zangs at 8:30 in the morning. We're going down like trees yesterday.
Yeah, I don't do that shit no more.
It was good.
Wait,
But,
Saturday you're talking about?
No, Friday and Saturday
Well, because Saturday
and Sunday.
at the turn on the first round, you got 2 Double Crown Royals.
No, I got 2 double Bloody Marys.
2 double Bloody Marys.
But
They
that
had
was
the
the
bar.
second round.
They had the bar. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the second
No, that was
round.
the first round. That was the first
That was at
round.
Honey Creek.
Okay.
Yep, that was the first round.
That was
in
after
the morning.
karaoke night.
I don't. Well, the problem was we were up till like 1 or 2 every night, and then our tea time we had to leave the house by 6:30 every morning, so it was rough. And so Friday, let's talk about this karaoke. After we go to dinner, we go to Bourne Batten again, and they have karaoke. And
Kenny loves this place, by the way. Like he's
Great
going to buy
place.
stock in this
Best
place.
place ever.
so much fun. And I'm hearing somebody just going off on Purple Rain downstairs. This motherfucker was just going ham. Purple rain, just going ham downstairs. Like, oh shit. We go down there, and it is basically CeeLo Green. And again, we're in the middle of Iowa, like nowhere bumfuck fucking Iowa, right? And it is literally CeeLo Green wearing an Undertaker shirt.
No,
Right?
Kane.
Yeah, Kane. It was CeeLo Green. I have a picture of it. It's on my X feed. And the people that we met at this fucking karaoke, at this bar that night was the wildest group of people I have ever seen collective at a bar in my life. First, we had Reverse Kane / CeeLo Green, who was about a 5'8" stout black man who looked like CeeLo Green and wore a Reverse Kane shirt. And he was just going off. Purple Rain, he was singing. He was doing his thing.
Singing for his wife to be.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. So I guess we actually bullshitted with him. Like 20 years ago, he met the love of his life. Of course, he's black and she was white. The white girl's family did not fuck with it. Did not allow them to get together. So they both went their separate ways. Married different people. Both got divorces in the last year. Reconnected, and I guess the white girl's parents died or some shit. I don't know. Hopefully some shit like that. I mean, the thing about people like that is they die off and it makes the world fucking better. Okay, I'll be fucking honest with that.
That got dark.
Yeah. And so they ended up getting back together, and they are getting married here in the next few months. So congratulations. His name was Ryan. I doubt he's going to listen to this fucking show, but we had a great time. But also there was Handy Reid. It was Andy Reid with a touch of Down syndrome. He had like it wasn't the walrus mustache, it was more like a Hitler mustache. And so we called him Handy Reid, because that's what he looked like. And he had his little girl, little thicky thick blonde hair girl, who could sing. There was like a whole bunch of other people there.
But they were doing foreplay. They were like 3-playing it up front in front of us. Like they opened up their song with, "This is what we do because this allows us to flirt." And like we all look at each other and it's just like,
I mean,
the tone has been
that
set.
girl. That
Yes.
girl could do better than Handy Reid, though.
hell yes. But Andy Reid's stash,
that
thing is
that
the
girl could
tickler
do
of all
better.
ticklers.
Andy
You know,
Reid can sing to her.
Than fucking
Yes.
Handy
Right.
Reid.
Andy Reid.
He's like Barry Manilow.
So we're there. I am just crushing booze. I am 15, 18 drinks deep at that point in time around midnight on Friday night, and I'm like, fuck it. So I'll go ahead and I will sing my song. I did a little Randy Travis, Forever and Ever Amen. Mike, I don't think I have the video. I don't think you ever sent me the video.
Okay, I'll
We'll
give
have
it to you. I'll give
we'll
it
have
to
to go check that out. I sang that, and then
That was the song of the weekend. I
It was-
think.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
in
good.
my head all weekend.
Well, it's funny when especially I learned when I lived in Roanoke, karaoke is really, really big in Roanoke, Virginia. The bar I worked at was the Buffalo Wild Wings. Every Thursday night was karaoke night, and we would have the third most sales of any Buffalo Wild Wings in the country. There were like 400 of them at that point in time. And that's how crazy karaoke was in Roanoke, because all you could do in Roanoke is like drink, fuck, do drugs, and sing karaoke. That's it. There's really nothing else to do. And so what I learned is that, in Roanoke, a lot of country girls, a lot of country white girls who like, and so you sing some country songs and you get a Korean guy up there doing, Randy Travis twang, while he's swinging with the country twang, it catches people's attention, and the girls like it. And so it was good. I thought I did fine. I was wasted.
Kenny was hyped.
And then Mike did a little Guns N' Roses. Producer Jesus did a little Guns N' Roses. Tough song, Sweet Child of Mine. I don't know how he could sing that without sounding like a fucking girl. But that's the only way he could do it.
Yeah, he had shock value for sure.
And then I did Mr. Big to end the night, Just to Be With You. So that's what I did that night. And so afterwards, karaoke's over. I'm chatting with this one chick. What was her name? Jackie? She was hot, super handsy. I thought she might have been grabbing my dick at one point. I was hoping she would because I didn't go to any strip clubs or anything like that. So no dick grabbing this trip, but it was close. It was close with this girl. And then I found out that she's actually the DJ's wife. That really doesn't bother me because I don't know these people.
I know. Kenny says to me he wanted to take someone down in pool, play him for $100. There was some context behind this person, whatever. But he's like, oh, I'm never going to see that guy again. I'm like, I am. I'm in this pool league. Like, I'm trying.
So you didn't want me. You didn't want me to whoop it. You didn't want me to hustle him because I was hustling from the beginning.
Yeah.
From the beginning, I was not playing well, and then he was winning every match in the beginning. And towards the end of the night, I was like, dude, let's play for some real money. And he wouldn't play because these motherfuckers are pussies. But I get it. You see these guys all the time. You're in the pool league. I get it. But anyways, so later on that night, everyone goes back up to the bar. We're having a good time. I buy the whole round of bar a drink because, again,
Kenny was feeling himself.
It's so cheap here. It was so cheap, and so I bought like 35 Washington apples, which is Crown Royal apple puckers and cranberry juice. I get behind the bar. I start serving people. I'm behind the bar handing out drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people don't care. The bill, once again, was like $347. And I bought 35 shots at one time.
Didn't make any sense.
It made 0 sense. And I had my drinks. And then, of course, I gave him like a $200 tip that night. And basically, I own that building now. I'm pretty sure I own that building.
We're gonna start a petition to get your photo up on the wall.
Yeah. And then everyone was really cool. Everyone was really nice. Yeah. I like, even like the people that people didn't like, people liked me. I liked them. It was a fun time. Fun little trip. All right. So Saturday. Again, we are on no sleep. Absolutely fucking no sleep.
We went to bed later and later, and the tea times got earlier
and earlier. I think the next time we do this
afternoon.
I don't know because here's the thing: once you start playing 36 every day, like by Saturday, like I felt okay, and then Sunday I felt fine, right?
Yeah. Until
I finished. So Saturday morning, what do we play?
Honey Creek out in Boone. Beautiful little course.
It was a nice course. Didn't play well. Felt like shit.
The back nine was beautiful.
Nine is really nice. Really Didn't play well. And in the afternoon, where we play? Otter Creek. First nine did not play well, but then the game started coming. Otter Creek, I started playing okay. I think I shot 84, but it was like a bullshit 84. I probably reloaded like 5 times, so it's probably closer to like a 94 at that place. But the swing was getting better. I realized I was over swinging. I got back to my normal pace. And then Saturday night, we come back, we meet Byron's wife for the first time, basically. Actually, we probably met her Friday night. We met her Friday night.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so we we come back, we shower up, we get dressed up, and we go to probably one of the nicer restaurants in
Des Moines, in Iowa.
Yeah. It was called Oak Park. Delicious restaurant. We started off with like caviar service, beef carpaccio, calamari, a little bit of gnocchi. The gnocchi was incredible with chanterelle mushrooms. It was so good.
We should have got another one.
I think we had the ravioli too.
Yeah. Candied bacon.
The candied bacon. Those are the apps. I was crushing Negronis like it was my fucking job. It was so good. And then for the mains, I had a double chop with like cabbage and bacon, bacon jam, Berkshire, Iowa, pork chop, local. This is like a local seasonal restaurant where they change the menu per season. Really, really delicious. I had a beautiful beet salad with goat cheese, walnuts, and endive. That was spectacular. I don't know what the dressing was, but I could have drank it as like a drink. It was so spectacular. What did you guys get for your mains?
Me and Mike got the filet mignon.
Oh, yeah.
The filet mignon.
It looked good.
It was good.
It was really
And,
good.
you know, as a fatty, sometimes you kind of see someone order food and you get like a massive chop. And we just get like this beautiful, small, delicate piece of filet mignon. And I'm like, fuck, I really want a big chop right now. But,
But
once you
honestly-
start cutting into that thing and you just eat like piece by piece, it was just so tender.
We were full from the appetizers because we got a lot of appetizers.
Yeah.
We got a
which
lot
was
of
good.
food. It was
Which
good.
was good.
Yeah.
And then, bottle of wine. We got a nice Pinot Noir to go because we had some steaks. We had some pork chops. We had some king salmon. Eric got the king salmon. So Pinot Noir would be light enough where you could still drink that with what everyone was eating. So that was nice. Ended it with really nice creme brulee. There was a chocolate souffle. I had
Berlin vacation drink was like almost like a White Russian-y type vibe.
I don't know what that was.
It was delightful, like a big white ball of deliciousness.
And then I had a Grand Marnier 100, and it was so good. Grand Marnier makes Grand Marnier, which is like super super sweet. They got the Grand Marnier 100, which is just aged a little bit more, and like a Grand Marnier 150, and the 150 is like usually like $300 a drink, and it's not worth it. It's just too cloyingly sweet. I like the 100. Normally would be like $100. It's probably way less in Iowa. I don't. At that point in time, I was not looking at the bill.
Explain what they do with the boiling water.
Yeah. So what you do when you have cognac, like a really nice cognac, what you need to do is you need to warm up the cognac. So what they normally do is they get like a thing, like a hot water, like a coffee, hot water, and then the cognac usually comes in those rounded cups, right? And you lay it on the hot water, and that sort of opens up all the flavor, all the smells, all the notes. And what it really did for the Grand Marnier 100 was it opened up the honey. Like you could really taste like the fresh honey. A lot of the times when you drink Grand Marnier, it's mostly orangey. The orange overpowers you, and so that's why you have to warm the cognac, and it brings out all the other flavor and notes. And it was really, really good. Your wife had a sip, and she even said how that honey was so pronounced in that. So it was great. We had a good time. I spent like $2,000 for dinner, but it was definitely fucking worth it.
Thank you, Kenny. That was
It was definitely worth it. Something that the thing about going to restaurants like that, and we had this conversation that night, is normally when I go out to a place and I'm going on vacation, I want to go for food. I want to go to one of the best restaurants at least one time. The problem with that is it's hard to get everybody else to come with you because you're paying $300 to $400 a head. All right, you're paying a lot of fucking money, and some people just don't want to pay the money. So what I end up having to do most of the time is whenever we go on a trip like that is I have to cover dinner. If someone's covering it, everyone will go. Right? If someone's covering it, everyone will go. And the thing about restaurants is that's where you remember trips, right? When we look back on this trip in 5 to 10 years, like, oh man, remember that restaurant we went to and all the food and how much fun. That's what you're going to remember. I don't even remember the golf that I've played in the last 4 days, but I will not forget that dinner and the karaoke.
The karaoke,
And the karaoke.
was
will
the
not
best.
forget that. So we come back and we drink even more, and then the problem with it is because your wife had this apple pie moonshine.
Holy shit, dude.
And so
And
like
Didi's.
yes.
And Didi makes Everclear apple pie moonshine.
it's so
We get
good.
a
It was
mason jar from Christmas and my birthday.
Oh my
So
God.
that's now gone.
It was the
we
best
crushed it
thing
this
I think
weekend.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
It was so good, and the thing is, I had 2 of those before we went to karaoke, and that just fucking set the night off. But so Saturday was good, and then Sunday, again, we wake up and we go back to Barrel and Batten on Saturday night, and we drink a shit ton more tequila. Byron's wife is a tequila girl, So I am not a tequila guy, but I'm not going to be a pussy. So I had a couple of shots of tequila with her. And then we wake up in the morning Sunday, and I feel okay. Like, shockingly, I feel okay. And at that point in time, we were planning on just probably playing 18, and we were going to go watch football. The front 9, I was horrible. The back 9, I shot 42. I think I was 6 over. On the second 9 on
the south side of the course.
On Sunday, and I felt great. Like, I was like, okay, let's play another 9. Fuck football. Let's go back out and play again. So we go out and play again. I shoot a 43, nice little 85 on my final 18 to finish the week. And there was only one reload. Like, I usually play 1 mulligan per 9. That's my thing. I'm not a great golfer. I'm an 11 handicap, 12 handicap. So I usually play 1 mulligan per 9, and I stuck with it. I had 1 mulligan on the front, 1 mulligan on the back. And shot 85. It was nice. And then I stopped playing. And
then you stopped living.
my body literally shut down after that 9. Like, I was having like cold chills, like sweats, like, because I don't really do much to like overextend myself when I'm at home. The most I do is I'll go play 36 holes of golf in a day. This is 117 holes in 4 days with 2 bottles of Crown Royal, a bottle of moonshine, and like,
Define golf at that point.
8 Bloody Marys.
I woke up with the chills
and that's
every
all
morning.
for me.
Yeah.
Like,
that's all what I was drinking. And so yes, last night I laid in bed for like 5-6 hours when he got back. Couldn't move. Was in so much pain. It was bad. It was bad. So I didn't do nothing last night.
The last two holes of that round, like, it was like there was no swing there.
I felt fine. I was swinging well.
It was just like, no, my body can't do it. It's over. Yeah.
No.
And I didn't even play as much as you guys, but I don't golf as much as you guys. So it was a lot.
it was also really fun to watch because me and Eric were just giving you pointers like nonstop.
Yeah, it was
Because
awesome.
Mike shoots in the hundreds, like 110, 105. But when you swing, like, your best shot was the first 3 right off the plane.
Oh my
You
God,
went
right off
bogey,
the plane.
bogey, bogey
Yeah.
to start the round, which for you is like me going birdie, eagle, birdie kind of thing, And it was just like really impressive to see how well you hit the ball. And then on the 4th hole, like, shit went sour, like, quickly, And then we're like, oh, okay, this makes sense how you shoot 107. And then a couple hours later, you're fucking crushing again, So there was just some pointers we did. And as the week went on, you could see Mike's game, like, just get so, and like you hitting the ball in the right places all the time. It was just so much fun to watch you get better. So
No, I appreciate all the tips. It
was
really
fun.
helped.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'll take a 30% par or better rate for the week. I am happy about that. 30 pars, 1 birdie in 117 holes. So it's not horrible.
And your birdie putt was good.
The birdie putt was
from
great. I had
far out.
like 20 birdie putts. I just only made 1.
Yeah, that's the one you made. Yeah.
That's the problem. I only made 1.
I just lost my shit. I lost my entire swing. Like, I was out of the hole before I even started. Like, I just kept hitting it out of bounds.
I just can't. I can't imagine being me personally being consistent as without and swing as hard as you do. And that's what was my problem on Saturday and early Sunday. I was trying to swing too hard because you guys are just mashing it out there. Hitting it like 320, 330. And so just mentally, maybe I tried to think that I shouldn't swing that hard, but maybe I just was. And then the second round on Saturday and then the 2 rounds on Sunday, it was a lot better.
Yeah, it was good. We played some good golf. Eric almost made a hole-in-one on TCI. He hit it to like 2 feet, and it bounced over the hole. Like, the pitch mark was before the hole. The ball landed behind it. It was like almost in the hole. So,
Yeah, he bogeyed the last on the South course yesterday to shoot 70. If he parred it, he would have shot 69, I think.
yeah, just couldn't come through, not clutch at all.
But yeah, he's a very good golfer. Very, 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 very good golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very stick.
What else? Anything else about this trip?
The boys were, Derek and Mike slept in the camper, my father-in-law's camper. We realized the first night they had no electricity. We just sent them in there with a fucking power bank charger. And that was for Eric. Mike didn't even have that. So,
I was running off a flashlight on my phone.
yeah,
That's it, in the
and
pitch
living out of the
black.
trunk of my car.
Yeah.
Well, Kenny and I were sleeping in luxury inside, so
My bed was comfortable.
we gave you a charger, a cable from the
It was
garage.
3
yeah.
extension cords sewn together.
Yeah, we patchworked a electrical job, and it was great. Ernie and Phoebe have been fun, like hanging out with you guys. It's so fun to see other people see your dogs, and child.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, I forgot you had a kid. That's right.
I know. I had to
I
take
think
her.
Byron forgot he had a child this week.
I took her to daycare on time both days I had to. The daycare lady looked at me and she's like, "Oh, you're doing it again, eh?" And I was like, "No, we're not golfing today. We're doing the show." Thank God. I would have fallen over if I.
I would not have made it today. Like I feel much better now, but like for 10 hours yesterday, I literally thought I might have died. I might die. Literally thought I might die. Like my body literally shut down. But it was weird. Like playing the golf, I felt fine, especially on the last couple of days. But it was fun. We had a good time. It was a good trip. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it again next year. Because like I said, it's fucking cheap as shit. If I didn't pay for that dinner, I would have spent less than $1,000 this week.
Yeah.
Like outside of the
Including
plane
the golf.
ticket. Yeah, for the golf and food and all that, it would have been less than $1,000.
Yeah, because the courses were really nice.
Dude,
Considering.
we're playing these like nice ass courses for like $48. Because when Byron first told me, he was like, yeah, I was like, oh, so how much are the greens fees going to be? He was like, yeah, 40 to 80. I'm like, I mean, well, are we going to play any nice courses, or are we just going to play fucking goat
Shit
tracks
munis,
the
yeah.
entire fucking time? Like, what's going on? And these courses work great. In my area, you pay $40 to $80. You're paying like a muni. You're playing like an executive course or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was not used to that. So everything was super cheap. It was great. You can come out here for a great trip, play a bunch of good golf, and not spend much money. So it was a fun time. Let's move on. Let's talk about a little bit about Silverado. A couple of weeks ago, of course, Scotty Scheffler won. Funny enough, I did take down the $44 club twirl. I won that GPP with no one in the top 3. I did not have Scheffler. I did not have either one of the Griffins. I did not have anybody in the top 3 and still took it down. So that was nice. I'm a little bit bitter that it wasn't the regular season, because the regular season first place in that tournament is $20,000. In the fall swing, it is only $3,000. So that sort of sucked. But I did come through with that. I think I hit some each way also. So it was a solid week. And then the Ryder Cupper guys, they did a solid job. A bunch of guys in the top 10, almost all of them finishing in the top 25. A little bit different than what happened at Wentworth with the guys on the Euros. I think they had one guy in the top 10, and it doesn't really mean that much. It is a warm-up event to get the guys loose so they have some competition going into the Ryder Cup. But that was solid. It was a solid week. I know, Byron, you've been sort of crushing it over on the DP World Tour, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 each ways in the last 2 starts. So, and we didn't even do too big of a ticket. Just had Guido come through for a little 6th place each way there. Got chopped a bit, but also good. And then we had Patrick Reed at the BMW PGA. So he would have been fun to have had on the Ryder Cup team this year, but I digress.
Yeah, he'll never be on the Ryder Cup team
know.
ever again unless he makes the top 6.
Right.
He will never be a captain's
he won't
pick
do
ever
that
again, which
way.
is a shame. After what happened in 2018,
Yeah.
he just won't be a captain's pick as long as Justin Thomas is still on this team. Probably not going to happen. Now, shit, I don't even know. What should we go and talk about next?
So pairings came out today for the Ryder Cup. Mm-hmm. And we've got Bryson DeChambeau, Ben Griffin, Justin Thomas, and Cam Young playing together. So I think Cam Young and Bryson DeChambeau, they both play the same Pro VX left dash prototype ball, I think is what it's called. And they have the same like swing speed. Cam's like a couple miles behind in that department. So I think they're going to be partners in foursomes, alternate shots. So 4-ball, you're playing 4 balls. There are 4 balls in play all the time. Foursomes, sometimes you hit your shot. You're not playing the ball all the time. So that's how you can remember what's going on there. Then we got Harris, English, Justin, Russell Henley, Scotty, and JJ. I think Scotty's going to play with JJ in best ball and Henley in foursomes. I think it's a pretty locked up situation.
I have no idea when it comes to these guys. I mean, I know who they're playing with now, but I don't believe in anything that happens in the first couple of days. But I don't know if Keegan's the type to be sneaky about it and try and not show his hand. I'm not really paying attention to those groups. I'm looking at them just to see. But the one group that I'm looking at that sort of came out there today that could be a sleeper for the Americans would be Justin Thomas and Ben Griffin. JT hasn't been the greatest with his irons so far this year, but the man still makes a shit ton of birdies, and his wedge play is still one of the best out there. And let's talk about this course real quick before we move on, before we talk more about Justin Thomas. So the course, it's A.W. Tillinghast course, designed in like the 1920s or something. 4 par 3s, 2 par 5s. Normally, this course is known for its thick rough and length. You're not going to see that this week. It played around 7,500 yards for the PGA Championship. I think like 7,470 yards for the PGA Championship. I think it's going to be under 7,300 yards this week for the Ryder Cup. The Americans are going to also keep the rough low, and they're also going to keep the greens extremely fast. That is what they like. That is what these players like, and that's what we're going to see on this. So, normally on this course, you're going to go. Some people will go less than driver when you play on a stroke play event, or just try and make sure to cozy it down there because you have to stay out of the rough. Now, for this week, you don't really have to do that. You can literally pound it out there, and these guys are going to have a lot of wedges, something from 100 to 150. They're going to have a lot of those shots, and of course, they're also going to have the 200 plus for the par 3s and the 2 par 5s. So it's a little bit different than what we've seen at the PGA Championships for this course. I think they're also going to, again, the rough is going to be low. It's definitely going to favor the Americans, and I think it's going to be big for the wedge game to be strong. And you look at the wedges here of the people that are playing in the last 24 rounds, right? It's basically all Americans. Oh, I guess not really. It's a nice blend. Sam Burns is actually the best wedge player in the last 24 rounds here. Matt Fitzpatrick has been the second best wedge player. And then Scotty, Justin Rose, and then JT's number 5. He's been solid. So let's get back to that combo. I sort of like JT Griffin because it reminds me of Rose McIntyre, right? You got a guy who's not as young as Mac, but Ben Griffin, who's a rookie, who's only been on, who's been on tour for, really for only a couple of years, even though he's 30 whatever years old. And I like him being paired up with the biggest veteran that we have on the United States team, Justin Thomas. I sort of like if that's what Keegan does from what we saw in the groupings this morning. I sort of like that. Because you're going to have the wedge play. They both make a shit ton of birdies. Ben Griffin can really drive it out there very, very well. I think that can make for a sneaky pairing for this week. But so we went over the course a little bit. Do you have any bets?
I haven't made any bets yet because I want to see I'm waiting for pairings.
I'm putting 12 units on the Americans. I'm going to put like $600 on the Americans.
Okay.
It's going to be minus 140, minus 145. The course is going to be set to them the way they like to play. These guys are all birdie makers. They all are great with their wedges. You don't have to really worry about the short game when it comes down to it. I like the Americans. I like them by a lot. I think it's going to be a runaway. I think it's 16 and a half to 11 and a half. Is what I think it's going to be. I think it might be within 2 or 3 going into Sunday, and then the Americans will dominate the singles match play. That's how I see it going for the Americans this week. I don't think the Europeans will be able to hang with them on this home course. The way it's going to be set up with that low rough, these guys can literally just yoke it out there as far as they want. They're going to have scoring clubs. The thing about the Americans playing on the PGA Tour is a birdie tour. right? And that's the way this course is going to be set up. It's going to be set up for way more birdies than you would ever expect at Bethpage Black, especially going to be sub 7,300 yards with really short rough. I expect the Americans to go out there and whoop that ass. So I have that's going to be one bet that I have. I'm going to put $600 on it to win. I don't know what, 450 or something like that. 500. So that's going to be the main bet. I also do have Cantley top American points getter at 14-1. I sort of like that number for Cantley, who was the best guy, one of the best guys at the last Ryder Cup. So So that's the only bets I have so far. The Cantley bet is the only one. I'm going to bet the Americans.
What's behind the Cantley bet?
Well, like
you feeling
like I said, he was one of the better players last time. I think he's going to play a bunch of matches. When he goes out there, he plays the Ryder Cup well. And towards the end of the season, he was finally getting back to where he needed to be with his game, with top 10s and top 5 finishes during the playoffs and stuff like that, getting everything back. And so I like him. He sort of plays at a different gear when it comes to the Ryder Cup. It was what we saw the last time out. Plays with more emotion. It's not serial killer, Dexter, Morgan type, lick his lips and look like he ate spaghetti, Patrick Cantley. It's, he looks like he's more energized. It looks like he's in it more. And the game has been looking solid leading up. Give me Cantley at 14-1. I also like that number. It's like bottom half of the guys, on the American team.
So if you take a look at the points scored by Americans, Justin Thomas is 8. There's 5 Europeaners before you get to the next American total point scorer, which is Patrick Cantley at 5.5. Mm-hmm. So the team is technically pretty young, Rory and Justin Rose have more points scored than the entire.
Well, it's because Rory's played 10 of these and Justin's played 10 of these. So, of course that's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
The thing about it is if I'm going to bet Euros, Justin Rose and Bobby Mack are somebody that I would look into.
Okay. I've got a bet for you.
Again, that team looked really solid the last time out. And they have a good connection. It's that youth and experience, and it turned out really, really well for the Europeans. And I think if they're going to be paired together, I'll probably make the rest of my bets Thursday night after we see the first round of the first pairings for Friday. I think after the opening ceremonies, they'll go over the pairing on Thursday evening. And I'll make the majority of my bets at that point in time. I'll post them on X. You could see them there. But for the Europeans, Oberg, Hovland, and Rose, McIntyre are guys that I might focus on when it comes to the betting card for most Europe point score, stuff like that when it comes down to it on Thursday night.
All right, so I've got Bobby Mack. You're not going to like who it's over, but over Justin Thomas, plus 115 to score more points than JT. Bobby Mack is one of the top 6 best golfers on the European team. Phoebe's agreeing with me, so we'll see if that comes through on the audio for us. But I think he's going to be playing a lot. They're going to have to lean on him a lot more than they did last year. Last year he was a rookie and he still balled out. I think he's going to do great work for us on the Euro side of things, and he's going to be playing a lot of golf. They have to lean on the top end of their schedule. Like if you just take a look at power rankings, odds, whatever, if you filter by the shortest to the longest odds, the Euros are top heavy. Like the strokes gained, they top heavy. They got 3 of the 5 best strokes gained for the last 2 months, the last 4 months, the last 8 months. Like they always have someone. 3 of the 5 people are Europeaners all the time. So it's basically like you're going to have to lean on those guys. Victor Hovland has not missed a session in his 2 Ryder Cups. He's played 10 matches. That's the maximum amount you can do. So they're going to lean on these guys a lot. I think Bobby Mack's going to see a lot of action, and he's plus money against JT.
JT might not play a whole bunch of matches, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like the American team is deeper. They have probably set combinations with core guys. Like
the rumors that I'm
Scotty.
hearing are that the only person that might play 5 is Scotty.
Scotty, I would say I'd be shocked if Bryson doesn't play at least 4.
I'm sure
like
Bryson-
he's super durable. He's fit as fuck. I think they'll lean on him there. Great course fit. And I think
Cameron Young might play a lot.
yes, Cameron Young and Bryson I think they're going to be paired together. They play similar golf, both beautiful off the tee, kind of struggle with their irons, not like exceptional, and then they can chip and putt well. Like Cameron Young is putting so fucking good right now. I think if he and Bryson play ball like 4-ball together, that team is going to be very, very difficult. So another name that I also have my eye on is JJ Spawn, getting a lot of disrespect in the DK pricing markets, the total points markets. I think JJ is going to be Scotty Scheffler's best ball partner, and there's no format I like to have paired up with Scotty than the 4-ball, where Scotty's playing his own ball.
Yeah,
He's
and
gonna
then
kick
Spawn
everyone's
is a
ass.
birdie machine, really.
Yes, he is. He gets hard with the putt. He's a great ball striker. So him playing with Scotty is going to be a great situation. He's cheaper than everyone, basically. I think there's like one person cheaper than him.
So let's go to DFS. Let's go up here and let's look at these numbers that we have. I mean, of course, it's going to be captains. So whoever you pick as your captain is going to be 1.5 times their price. Yeah. I think Scotty for captains is 17,100. It's tough. I don't know. I haven't really thought too much about the DFS since the pricing just came out about 5 minutes before the show started. So I haven't really been able to look over and try and figure out what the correct technique and should be, because the thing is, like you said, Scotty would be the one that is going to play, the most on the American team. He's going to get 5, and so if you think the Americans are going to win, it might be worth putting him in that 17-1, because I did one with Rose, McIntyre, Rory, Scotty, somebody else, and you can fit that lineup in. So it's not that difficult to get Scotty as the captain. Now, if you don't think that he's going to do well, then you don't play him in captain. It's that simple. I think the Americans are going to win. Now, the issue is, I think you're right about a lot of the top-end European guys maybe playing more. I think you're going to see more Europeans play 5 than the Americans. So in DFS, really, it might be worth it, even if you're not betting the Europeans, because those top-end Europeans are going to get those 5 matches in. Could be worth it to throw one of them in as the captain, and hopefully you get the one. If you're thinking like I'm thinking the Americans are going to win, then you pick the European captain that does well, because if the Americans are going to win, it's not like everyone's going to do well on that European team. Yeah. And so maybe you pick and choose and start with like a European there, and then go from there, and then do like European like a Rose. To start at I don't know, Rose is not that expensive as a captain. When it comes to captain, he is, I think, 7,200 or something like that. And so you could start with him and then combine him with Mac, and then put your 4 favorite Americans on there if you think the Americans are going to win. I think that's a viable way to go about it, because I think you are right. I don't think there's going to be many Americans that play all 5 matches.
No, it doesn't happen often. It's the Europeans that do most of it. So I'm also thinking, like, when you're doing this stuff, you want to think, like, in golf, you don't really have many narratives that you can stack lineups with, because it's an individual game where what one person does doesn't affect the other. So the Ryder Cup is the one instance where it's a team event that you're playing golf. And we've seen a lot of the times, teams get trounced. So if you're just stacking Americans or just stacking Europeans, when they get routed, that's just the guys that are scoring the most points. So I think that's going to be one way you want to really look at it, is kind of tell yourself a story. It's like, okay, I can see this guy playing with this guy and this guy like being the 4-ball partner for this situation. So you put those 3 together as a core. Sometimes you can use the cheapest guy in the captain spot, like for JJ Spawn. For me, I like that a lot, because he's cheap. And he's going to be playing with Scotty in 4-ball. So you're getting Scotty Scheffler for what's JJ Spawn's price, Kenny?
I don't know.
$5,400.
The problem with that is, though, if he's only going to play those 2 rounds, he's only going to get 3 in for the week.
But is he going to just play the foursome? He might play a foursome. He's also good enough as a ball striker to pair up with somebody else. Like, if he balls out with Scotty in the 4 balls, he's playing well, he could get a second day foursomes match as well. So then he's got 4 matches.
The thing about it is, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to see what those pairings are on Thursday night. I think that's because the guys that are playing that Thursday morning session are the only ones that could possibly play five matches.
Yes,
right?
statistically.
So they're the only ones that could possibly play 5 matches. So when those pairings come out, I would probably stick with someone playing that first morning as your captain. I think that's the way that you have to go about it.
I couldn't agree more. You're screwing yourself over if you don't. That's the optimal scenario. It's the only person that those people can only score 5 points.
And when it comes to DFS this week, I mean, when you look at it, I mean, don't be worried leaving $3,400 on the table. It's really, really easy to do, especially with these cheap, where you're going down to 4K. And you got guys, I mean, Rose is 4,800. I mean, Rose to me seems like someone that you can throw in that captain spot.
I agree. And I don't think he's going to be playing with Bobby Mack, though. I think that ship has sailed because he was mentoring Bobby.
I mean, why would they break them apart when they did so fucking well last time?
They're not even paired at Wentworth. They didn't play together. So maybe it's something, maybe it's not. But
but the thing is, I think Luke Donald is more sneaky when it comes to that. Keegan don't give a fuck.
But when I was listening to Rose get interviewed by the No Laying Up guys, he mentioned that they're going to run back the same 12. This was before Rasmus auto-qualified. So now it's just Rasmus in for Nikolai. And he's now the rookie that needs to be looked after. And I don't think Rose is going to be doing...
Rasmus ain't going to play more than 1 or 2.
He'll play in the 4-ball stuff, but I think Rose is going to have a different role. He's not going to be mentoring Bobby. He's going to be... Justin Rose has been one of the most prodigious foursomes players in the Ryder Cup.
I think they're going to be paired together.
Like, looking at Justin Rose's played 10 matches in Ryder Cups in foursomes, and he scored 8 points. Like, that's absurd. 8.5, like 7.5 points in 10 matches for Justin Rose in foursomes. He never played a single foursomes last year because he played with Bobby in 4-ball. So I think he's going to play foursomes. I think he's going to play 4-ball as well. He's not going to be a mentor this year. He can actually be used the way he needs to versus just being a leader. So
I mean, he wasn't a leader. They went out and whooped everyone's ass. They were like one of the best duos out there the last time they came out together. I think they went 3-0-1, right? For the week or some shit like that, or 2-1-1. They were like one of the best European teams out there. Why would you break that up? That seems very, very silly to me.
It's also a different course, though.
I would not break that up if I was the Europeans. Okay. I would stick with those 2 because they are played together, and I fully expect them to play together. Okay. For the week, and that's a group that I'm worried about because Bobby has proved himself to be a very, very good player out there on tour. He's a different player than he was 2 years ago. He's out there contending in events, and he's very, very solid. And Rose is one of the best putters out there in Ryder Cup history. I think they're both. We'll see. I mean, like I said, we have to know on Thursday. We'll know on Thursday what those first 4 matches are, and I think you base your DFS lineups around that. You pick your favorite captain because you know for a fact that these guys are the only ones that can play 5 rounds.
Okay. Yep, I'm down for that. Makes too much sense. In a rookie market, Kenny, who do you think? Because it's got Rasmus, we got Harris. No, has he played? Yeah, he's played. He's played.
It's Henley,
Ben Griffin,
Spawn,
and Cam Young.
Yeah, those are the 4 rookies. No, Cam played last time.
Cameron Young hasn't played a Ryder Cup.
I thought he played last Ryder Cup. Am I wrong?
I will look right now using my tool that you can get at the Model Maniac Patreon, where I have every single person's. He did play last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sorry. That was President's Cup, though.
Oh, it was President's Cup?
Which I have data for the
It wasn't a Ryder Cup?
Nope. Played with Colin Morikawa those 2 times and Kevin Kisner. Jeez. RIP to him. So he's a rookie. So there's 4 rookies on the US team and Rasmus on the European team. I think I like JJ Spahn as the top rookie a lot. He's clearly one of the best of them. He can have like an absurdly high ceiling.
Yeah, especially if he's playing with Scotty.
He's playing with Scotty and baseball.
Scotty's what? Well, he was like 0-3-1 last time he played, so that was a problem with Scotty. But I think it's a different player now, and he knows he's the best out there. The problem is we've seen this before with the best players in the world. When they come into an event like this, they just don't really have that same gear. We saw with Tiger. One of the worst Ryder Cup records out there.
Yeah, I don't have that concern with Scotty, though. He has not been beaten by John Rahm in 2 matches in Ryder Cups. Like, John Rahm's their fucking guy. You know, like, 2 singles matches, he's taken care of business, got 1.5 points over Rahm. So I think he's going to be okay, and they're going to pair him with the right guys for the first fucking time. Putting him with alternate shot with Sam Burns in Rome. What are we doing? Scotty plays from the middle of the fairway. Sam kept hitting him in the shed all the time. Like, that's not Scotty's game. So give me the pairings. I love JJ Spawn. He's popping so hard for me in my model. I have him ranked 4th. Like, the way this course was set up for him is immaculate. So he's the 4th best golfer I've got for this course. It's only Rory, Rahm, and Scotty ahead of him. So I am in love with JJ Spawn's profile for this year's Ryder Cup. Alrighty. Anything else we want to chat about?
I'm good, man. We got to catch a flight.
We've got a flight to catch. We've got some sleep to make up. Perfect. So you can get me tomorrow at 12:15 Eastern after Mayo's football show that he does with the boys over there. I'll be deep diving every single one of these golfers, their historical President's Cup profiles, their Ryder Cup profiles, my model rankings for singles, best ball, alternate shot. I've got 3 different models for each format. It's sick. It's available in my Model Maniac Patreon. Use code FGD50 to get yourself 50% off your first month or your first year. I've got all my cheat sheets. I've got a research tool. You can find everything over there for you guys. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to have tons of content running out this week, Kenny. Great show. Great week. We survived. Get us out of here.
Did we
survive? Follow me on X. What's up?
Did we survive? I don't know.
I actually feel better. Like, I could play like 18 right now. But you can find me on X. For the Ryder Cup, I'm just gonna thoroughly enjoy watching it. I'm not really worried about the content and stuff like that. Like I said, the pricing came out like 5 minutes before we started the show, so not that much for me. But when it comes down to it, but it's a fun week. This is a great event. One of my favorite events in sports. It should be fun. Honestly, I don't even need to bet to be able to enjoy it, which is become a rarity when it comes to sports.
But you do have 12 units on them.
Well, yes, I do, because that's free money, basically, is what it's going to come down to. But I might have a couple more bets on X, and I'll be live tweeting. I took Friday off to watch, so I actually took tomorrow off, Tuesday, to recoup. So I'm only working 2 days this week, so it's great. But yeah, follow me on X. Get all that. Should be a fun week. This is my favorite event. It should be a blast. Let's win some motherfucking money, Degen Nation.
You may think I'm talking foolish. I've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. Not just time that I'm killing. No longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I get is gonna be yours until the day that I die. Oh baby, I'm gonna love you forever. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as those women sit and talk about old men, if you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again, I'm gonna love